I want to share with y'all some of the common phrases that you might hear in Nauru and use among the locals in Nauruan, in the Nauruan language. Um, I mean, personally, when I was working in Nauru alongside with locals there, these are some of the things or some of the common phrases that I would use with them, and I learned, and you would hear almost every day. Um, Again, just like with the previous video, do not freak out because the spelling does not match the pronunciation. And that just has to do with the history of Nauruan orthography and pronunciation. Because, over time, language changes and written language changes, and the pronunciation doesn't catch up with the orthography. So, here are just 5 kind of short phrases that I want to share with y'all, starting with the first one. And the first one is good morning. You hear this one a lot too. And how to say good morning in Nauruan is mojorang, okay? Mojorang. This one's kind of a weird pronunciation because it's, even though you're tempted to say yoran, right? It's actually j. That Y makes a j sound, okay? It's kind of like in Chamorro, if you know what the Chamorro language is, right? That Y is like a z sound, but in Nauruan, it's a j sound, right? Mojorang. The tricky part about this is the N, right? You're tempted to say this velar nasal sound, the NG sound, as in sing or king. That NG sound, it's like, if you're pronouncing this word, jorang, it almost feels as if you're gonna pronounce that NG, but not quite. So, for those of you that studied linguistics, you'll know that it's kind of like a velar nasal ng sound, but it's not really. It's almost like that. So mojorang, okay, but mojorang. The next one is good afternoon, and this one is said after 12 in the afternoon, like after 12 midday. You can start saying good afternoon because you're already past high noon. Mojeko, right? Mojeko. That Y again makes that just sound. Mojeko, and this is only done after 12 p.m. Haha. So Mojeko, good afternoon. I was corrected once because I said good morning around like 12 noon, but anyway, Mojeko, and that's why I would never forget that mistake. When you make a mistake, you learn from it, and that's just how you learn. So we learned good morning, mojorang, mojeko, mo awe. Okay, mo awe is a way to say how are you, how are you, or are you all right, are you okay, how are you, mo awe, right? Mo awe. And a common response would be mo, right? Mo. If they want to say like, oh, I'm very good or something like that, right? They can say mokor, okay? Mokor. But a common response is just this mo, right? Yes, yeah, mo, oh good, yeah, cool. Mo awe, mo. The next one we have is how to say goodbye, and we say this as tarawang, right? Tarawang. And tarawang, you can say goodbye just casually among friends when you're leaving somewhere, or when a plane or a car is departing somewhere. You can wave goodbye and say tarawang, tarawang. That's just how I learned it that way. I saw locals waving to a plane and they were just, saying goodbye. Tarawang. Tarawang is how to say goodbye. And finally, we have thank you, which is Dubai, right? Dubai. Now, it looks like it's tubwa, but it's Dubai, okay? Dubai. And if you want to say thank you very much, you add this Dubai kor, right? Dubai kor. Dubai kor. And that's just how you say thank you, or thank you very much. Dubai kor. So, yep, common phrases you'll hear in Nauruan.